Good evening, folks. I am Joe Bachman, and this is Behind the Code. Tonight, we are going to be updating a couple profiles, one for Carl Witzman, one for Dan Hollifield. They both have some new stuff out. And Dan, you probably got the email already about your account being set up on there. I will shoot you the details on that here after the show. And the new account we're going to be setting up tonight is Willow Schuyler. She sent me her information over the weekend, and I will be getting her profile page set up. Tonight we do have, starting here in just under an hour, Grant Draws with Grant Lankard. So be sure to go over to his YouTube channel. We'll get the link to his show posted here in a bit. But be sure to head over there at 8 o'clock to go support him. So with that, let me bring in Dawn here.
Hello.
And I probably should have done the smart thing and already got the screen set up. You know, that'd be smart. And let's go over to here. Come on, switch screens. There you go. There we are. And as always, we do have the music of Dan Hollifield playing. And tonight we're going to continue with his album called Second Helping. I did actually go through and get all the music uploaded tonight. I was on time today.
I know we actually chatted for a bit more than,
Right?
oh my God, you're finally here, click.
Right? Come sliding in, wave, start the show. So, on the Burning is Love Wednesday night, we did listen to tracks 1 through 6. So, we're going to start off with track 7 tonight called Whatever. And we're going to kick the volume down just a little bit here first. And there we go. And Dawn, I will let you take over when you have a chance.
Okay. Well, good evening, everybody. My throat is a little scratchy tonight, so I've probably been drinking a lot of water. So we'll go ahead and start on the comments. Let's hear. Dan was the first in the door, and he said, "Good evening." And we said, "Good evening" to Dan. And then there is Trey sneaking in to see Joe's project tonight. Those who don't know, that is Joey's better half. Much better half.
You're not wrong. I'm not going to argue with you on that.
Thesis is with us tonight, and he says in his lurch voice, "Good evening." I can't even do it. Donna's with us, and she says, "Hey, Dan, Joe, Trey, and Thesis." And you I didn't even know that was there. Joey said, "Good evening to my better half, Bladed and Donna." Oh, that's a really pretty picture of Willow.
Mm-hmm.
She's gorgeous in that picture. Not that she doesn't look gorgeous, but anyways. Lana says, "Hey to Dan, Thesis, and Donna." And Joe said, or Trey said, and Joe, I guess. He's right. And Carl sneaking in saying, "Hello, everyone." Trey's greeting Carl, and Donna's greeting the Witzman dude, and you're greeting the Carl dude. And Carl said, "Sorry to be late. I had to check on some things. I had some close ones. I had to make sure that my Munzie Nero romantic spot video uploaded for the Munzie contest. It did." Ooh, well, congratulations. Donna said, "Cool bingos." And I did get my Munzie today, Carl. And he said, "Only 29 views, though. My Munzie Nero bridge got over 600 views. How am I going to keep up my reputation?" Oh, Carl, don't worry. Your reputation keeps up on its own. And Dan says, "Billy No Mates," which is his kitty cat, "has decided that on the floor between my feet is his new favorite napping spot." They do that. I'm surprised you guys can't hear the one snoring right over there. And Carl said, "Oh, just trying to be close to you." Oh, and Foxy's in the door too. Hello, Foxy. And Trelana had to rescue their cat Hobo, from the top of the rat cage, and now he's got the zoomies. Joe sent me the picture of I was gonna say damsel in distress, but Hobo's a boy, so that didn't work.
I sent you the picture of the totally innocent-looking kitty cat that had the look of, "Oh, you're home early. You weren't supposed to be here yet."
They do that. Carl said, "Hey, Foxy," and Trey said, "Hey, Foxy," and Thesis said she was making bread. Is that what we call that now? And she said, yes, she was indeed making bread. Just because, and it's early tonight, I'm not the green rooming myself already. It's been a day. Let's see here. She said it went into the oven less than 5 minutes ago, but that was 10 minutes ago, so it's less than 15 now. And Donna said, "Hey, Foxy," and Carl said, "Nice, Trey. Nothing better than a zoomy cat, unless you're trying to actually get something done, of course." And when they get it under your feet, oh. And Carl said, "Easy on the dancing." I did pretty good. I think I did really good. And Foxy said, "At least Hobo feels comfy enough to zoom." Yeah, well, he had to do something to get his attention. The fact that he was, not on top of the cage for his brothers. And Donna said, "How can you not be?" I did a little bit of toe tapping, but I did pretty good. And Carl said, "True, Foxy, our new kitten is already part of the crazy crew of kittens." And I don't know if you've commented on here further, but just wondering if April gave an update of how Kiddo's doing in her new digs. And we have Nick joining us from Facebook, saying hi to Joe.
Hey, Nick.
I see that. And Carl said, "You should see Laser Light Chase. I'll have Donna film it sometime." We used to play with laser lights with her, with Georgette. We haven't for a while. We should probably see what she does. And
Bobo has absolutely no interest in the lights.
George, our kitty cat that's passed, he could have cared less about a laser.
He'll track it. Like if you put it, like shine it down in front of him, he'll look at it. But if you try to get him to chase it, he just looks at it like, why do I need to chase that? What do you want me to do here?
That's how George used to look at it. I think when cats have been outside a lot, they've had to fend for themselves. They're like, I'm tired. I don't have to do that no more. I'm not going to. I'm a stupid red light. Let's see. Thesis says our pup does that too, and Foxy said, funnily enough, our dog chases laser pointers. That's cute. And there is the link for Grant Draws, which is going to be starting at 8 o'clock Central Time. And Dan said he's been streaming he's been on the streaming computer all afternoon, but I'll check the email on the other computer after the show. Thank you. That was for you, Joey.
Yep.
But does your pupper do parkour up the wall? Oh dear. Carl said my proof copy came today, so the print copy of Death Down Under is now available too. So I'm guessing the proof looked good. Congratulations, Carl.
Awesome.
I'm not here. Whenever there's awesome news, we have to start doing this. We're getting better about it. There is Carl's link to indiecd.org, which has the links of how to purchase that book. Purchase said book.
Which book?
Death Down Under?
Yep, that's actually one of the things we're adding on today.
Oh, cool. Okay, so that's the Somerton Man. And I got lost here. Give me a second. There it is. Okay. There's the lulu.com, the direct link to it. Foxy said that her doggy used to try to parkour on the walls with the laser light. And Carl said hello to you and I. Hi, Carl.
Hello.
And Foxy said she's an old pupper now. Yeah, she gets to rest now, and she was so cute last night. And Trey said, hey, Donna. Hi, Trey. Hi, Donna. Love you, ladies. And Donna said, don't forget to like and share, folks. Thank you, Donna, for helping me remember, And Fox said, staying water hydrated is important, Dawn. Where did that come up? That was this morning. Was that during Nevermind the Furthermore? And Carl said, I saw that you got your Munzie, Dawn. I'm always watching. Why did I always feel like somebody's birthday? Okay. And Carl said, liked and shared, Donna. And Foxy's bread is the Amish friendship bread. Ooh, that is so good. Were you watching Cryptid Crunch last night, Joe?
I did not.
Oh.
I went to bed somewhat early last night.
Keisha was talking about her sourdough starter is named David Bowie, after David Bowie.
Nice.
I just thought I'd share that because that one was coffee. That was good. And Donna said, good man, Woodsman dude. Oh, no, and Thesis said she was legitimately making bread. We called that something else. Okay. And Carl is giving the update on Kiddo I requested. He said that she is still hiding some of the time. It will take time, but at least she's not being pestered constantly. I think that's going to be her big thing, is that she gets to kind of just do her own thing. And Lady Thesis said, it actually makes me laugh that you call your cat Kiddo, because that's what Foxy calls my youngest student, aka my 6-year-old cousin. I called my niece Kiddo always growing up, and I actually called her Kiddo this last year. She's 17 now, and I said, I shouldn't call you that anymore. She's like, actually, I like it when you call me that. So I think about her too when you guys do that. Carl said it wasn't even meant to be a name, more of a nickname, but it's stuck. That's how Buddy got his name. Because he would do something like, it's okay, Buddy. And I'm like, he's going to think that that's his name. We just named him Buddy. Who came up with Hobo?
The wife did. Because we literally found him basically in the woods next to a dumpster.
Like a hobo. He is born.
And we're going to kick it over to track 8 here real quick. Daytona Boardwalk.
Foxy said, funny how that happens, that the names, they just become named. Ooh, and Carl said he ordered more books and they should be here at the February 24th convention, the, IndieCD.con in Fowler, Indiana. What would be the best place to find the link for that on Independent Creators Directory under Nick?
It's on the calendar for IndieCD.
Okay, give me a second here. I'm
actually heading over to the calendar anyway, so I can grab it real quick.
Okay, thank you. And it's how Hooli got her nickname of Hellion. I don't know, for some reason Georgette's nickname is Puff. It came from Puffalump, and I don't know where that even came from, but she's Puff Puff. And Dan said he downloaded a copy of GIMP today so I can do images with transparent backgrounds to use on the Epelion cover art. Awesome.
And actually, while we're mentioning Epelion, let's play that commercial real quick, especially since they just had their newest issue released yesterday.
Cool. Yes.
Hello, I'm Dan Hallfield. I'm the senior editor and publisher of Epelion Webzine, the world's oldest free creative writing e-zine since 1997. Since then, we have helped over 500 amateur writers learn what they needed to turn pro. www.apelion-webzine.com and read not only what we've got going on right now, but 28 years worth of our archives of stories. Thank you very much.
All right.
We're back.
And we'll kick it back over to track 8, Daytona Boardwalk.
Okay. And Donna said that's called stalking, not watching Witzman Dude. He's talking about keeping track with me in Munzine.
Yeah, tomato, potato. Yeah.
You're right. And Tisa says, which is why when she was younger, if she had puppies, I wanted to name one Spawn, short for Hellspawn. That would have been perfect. And Tisa said, no, the water drated was something I posted on Facebook a couple days ago. Okay, I knew I had heard it and or seen it somewhere, but it's been the past couple days, So water drated. At least I knew I had seen it somewhere. Witzman said, stalking, watching, same thing. Yeah, potato, potato, tomato, tomato, pajamas, pajamas. And Michaela sliding in. She said, shit, I'm tardy again. I want to put you in the corner because you're a naughty girl. And Carl said, see me after class, Michaela.
Ooh.
It's getting hot in here. Oh.
Color me intrigued.
Yeah, because Foxy's like, should I call the principal? Is Mr. Witzman the principal? Okay, wait a minute. We got to not green room in this anymore. And there is the event calendar for IndieCD.con that's coming up on the 24th that we were just chatting about. And Donna and Dan are both saying hey to Michaela. And
Hey,
there
Michaela.
is. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Oh, you're good. I just realized I hadn't said hey, Michaela yet. I was focused on pulling information.
Well, you're naughty too, and you need to go in the corner. Trey, take care of him tonight.
Yes, please. Oh,
And there is about Dan Hollifield's Indie CD page, and you can find information on Aphelion on there. He taughted me that. It's Aphelion. And Carl said, that's great, Dan. GIMP is very powerful. Just learn a few things per day and you'll be fine. There are plenty of tutorials too, I think. I think that's a big thing in life in general. Just do a couple things at a day. Because if you get too much, you could overwhelm yourself.
oh, I didn't mean to hit search on that. I said copy. Go away.
Michaela said, hey friends, I'm working on the re-edits for Trust, and as soon as I get that done, I can order all the books. Congratulations.
Nice.
So that's going to be Warrior's Secret, Warrior's Trust, Warrior's Worth, Warrior's Honor, and Warrior's Vengeance. The newest installment in the Warriors Roguestone universe. Hold on here. Takes me a second, but I gotta get those links. And there is the link for Michaela Jade on indiecd.org. And Miss Sarah is sliding in to say hello, evening everyone. And yes, Carl, sir. Well, I'm imagining Michaela, yes, Carl, sir. Just having that. Never mind. Somebody's gonna get assaulted. And Thesis said, everyone go to the con and buy all the things, especially stuff from me and Foxy. Remember, Thesis, I'm not doing any specific sales, but I will have Foxy and Thesis's information there and samples. I have a sample of a bracelet that Foxy did, and I have a sample of a journal that Thesis did, and you can contact them because one thing with their items is they can be very customized. So make sure you contact them if you're interested in that, and they can customize. I know Amanda's bracelet was black and purple, I believe, and that turned out really gorgeous too. So Lisa said, evening, Saren and Michaela. And Carl said, hello, Miss Saren. And there is Michaela Jade's link. And Saren is saying hi to Thesis and hi to Carl. And Foxy saying hi to Saren. And Saren saying hi to Foxy. And Donna saying hi to Miss Saren. And Miss Saren saying hi to Donna. We are just a happy group, aren't we?
Yes, we are.
We're just so loving. And Dan said, sometimes my imagination gets a little too active, LOL. You intrigue me, Mr. Hollifield.
You interest me strangely.
That's how he sounds. Trying to think. And Thesis said, amethyst and black pearl for Amanda's bracelet. The one I have, unfortunately, I'm in the process of trying to get things together. I don't have it right on me today. It is, I don't want to say it was amber. It was like a yellow and white. I need a little bit more information on that. If you could give me that for when I'm talking about your bracelet, Foxy. And Sarah said, lots of hellos. Let's see, Dan goes, I know mine does that too, Dan. I need to stop thinking about that little scenario. And Thesis said no such thing as a too active imagination. In this group there is. Hence why we have the sign, not the green room.
Alright. So Willow is set up. I should make sure that these little links all work. Yep, they do. I know all these work, so I tested those. So yeah, she is set up and ready to go.
Yay! And that was a gift, I believe. Her page was a gift. So it's something to get to think about too, is that this could be a gift.
Yep.
If you know somebody who's a creative and they're dragging their feet on it, if you use Podcast One, you can get it for $20.
So
It keeps on giving.
before we move into the next little bit of the show, doing updates to other pages, we're going to play a couple of ads here. And we're going to start off with, we'll start off with this one.
Welcome, friends. I'm Bladed Thesis, and this is my tea house. Come join me every other Saturday at 5:30 p.m. Mountain Time as we discuss Chinese culture, history, philosophy, and of course, martial arts. You can find me at youtube.com/BLADEDTH3SIS. Pull up a chair, grab a cup of tea, or the drink of your choice, and join the discussion.
And there we go.
I had to laugh, and I'm sorry, but what's that thing about 3 from the end that's like a big head, a big gray head?
Oh, I think that's Totoro.
And there's 17 rounds on that, right?
Yes.
Okay, just want to make sure.
And we're going to jump into track number 9, Super Moon 03B. Okay, there it is.
I was like, it's coming, I can hear it. And Foxy said that the bracelet she sent me was quartz and citrine. At least she thinks they're citrine because she lost the tag on the bag. I would guess citrine based on what I saw. So, Carl said, yay, Willow! Yes, she's finally set up. Let's see here. And Dan said, not the green room, not the green room, and not the green room. Quiet, Daniel. Just because I feel he needs it. Not the green room, Dan.
Actually, we're going to make one more spot for Dan here. Audio story.
Old Dan. And there is the link for Trilana Bachman if you're interested in any of the fiber art that she does. And there is the link for Bladed Thesis. I tuned into the tea house. Tea house? Yeah. I would say tree house, but it's tea house. It's been a long day. And it was a very good conversation. I really enjoyed it. And that was on Saturday night. And I've been hungry for Chinese food since.
I think we all have been.
And Thesis goes, it's me! And Foxy goes,
me,
oh,
I'm
those
Audio.
cats, Trey, they are cute. Mm-hmm, Trey. Those are cute.
Got to save that image earlier. Oops.
And Dan said, "You can have tea in a treehouse. This is true." And Michaela said her last day at the restaurant is tomorrow. Whoop! Congratulations. I asked you
Congrats.
about Friday night what your last day was and first day, but I think we got interrupted and wasn't able to answer. So Carl said, "Woohoo!" And Dan said, "Yay, Michaela." Dan, have you been drinking some of the Tulamador? I cannot say that word. Tulamador. Whatever.
Have you been drinking your usual drink of choice?
Yeah, there we go. That's what Joe said. Lisa said, "I'm glad everyone enjoyed the show on Saturday. I might do a surprise stream on Wednesday since Joe isn't doing a show that night. Haven't decided yet. You do, let us know." Pop-up shows are fun, too. Tulamardu. Thanks, Woodsman, dude. No, Lindsay came in the room and the cat ran to her while I was typing. "Hi, Lindsay." I'm sure you're not in there now, but hi anyway.
Oh, I need to change those. Replace.
Why do I feel like this would be an awesome background song to Thesis when he's doing the tea house?
Yeah, I could see that. There we go. That's better. The parent block. Move that. There we go. Makes it look a little more uniform. Alright. So Dan is updated now. I'm gonna have all this done well before Grant's show even starts.
Well, there's a first. I mean, not that you're slow or anything, but
Right, no, right.
And Dan said, "I wrote it to go behind a video I did of a supermoon that year." Maybe that's what was like the Chinese New Year coming up. Because I believe that is Saturday. Yeah. Jesus, talk to Dan. And Dan said, "You're welcome to use it if you want, Thesis." I know that Dan, all he asks is for help me out here, Joe.
Oh, you're thinking my brain's working today?
No,
Oh, bless your soul.
I have a soul. Acknowledgement. Wow, and that was a big word, at least, that I couldn't remember. Carl said, "Credit, acknowledge. You got it." At least it was a big word that I was trying to remember. Only 3 syllables, but you know.
Syllables are difficult sometimes.
It can be. And Dan said usually 50 cents per track to download. Dan, you cheap.
But he's not easy.
It depends on if he's talking to me or Donna at the time, or Michaela, or
There's
Foxy, or Trelana.
All right, and we have Carl updated. Awesome. And we're gonna jump over to Track 10 Nature Walk. And actually, before we get into that, we're going to play a couple of ads here real quick. We're going to play 3 ads. So this is going to be a couple-minute interlude as we let some comments come in and fill up a little bit of time before Grant's show. But we're going to play an ad for Grant Lankard, which, like I said, his show is coming up next for his League of Cryptids Kickstarter is coming out. We're going to play an ad for Jody McPhee, and we'll play one for Donna Carlene. So up first, we got Grant.
Sasquatch, the Loch Ness Monster, Mothman, the Jersey Devil, Chupacabra. For millennia, these creatures have perplexed the human race. But what if they are forces of good? What if they have been sent here by a federation of more advanced alien species to help and defend the human race? That's the premise of League of Cryptids, a new comic book by Grant Lankard, creator of the smash hits Beowulf and Memoirs of the Morbid. His new comic, League of Cryptids, is a 4-part story involving these 5 creatures banding together to defend Earth from an invading alien race, just as one of their members is losing faith in the human race and questioning their mission. The epic tale begins in League of Cryptids 1.
Hey there, everyone. This is Donna Carlene. Want some romance mixed in with a dead body or more? Then you enjoy my Hunter's Ridge series. Set in a small town in Alabama, it's the story of Northern Rider computer tech Carly Simone and the love of her life, Captain B.J. Martin of the Hunter's Ridge PD. But life in a small town is not all roses and beer, as Carly's expertise in true-life crime-telling makes her the Hunter's Ridge murder expert. And then there's nowhere to go dancing except the Dixie with its country music. But Rocker Carly can adjust, can't she?
Hi, I am Joe D. McPhee. I am the host of From the Desk of a Small Press Publisher, and I want to cordially invite you to watch our show Saturdays at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. On our show, we will have different guests as well as talk about the comic book industry and pop culture. And every so often, I might actually do a drawing session or a 3D rendering session every here and there. So once again, I want to invite you to watch From the Desk of a Small Press Publisher right here on the broadcast channel that you're looking at, whether it be Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch. Hope to see you there, and make certain that you catch From the Desk of a Small Press Publisher at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. Thanks.
Okay, and we are back. I'll let you go ahead and go through a few of the comments if you want before I start talking about this next part.
Okay.
Or you want me to talk about the next part first?
No, let's go ahead and catch up real quick here. Dan said usually 50 cents per track to download. And Thesis said I would just worry about playing the same song for over an hour. Don't want to make people sick of such a wonderful track. Understandable. At least you know it's an option. And Michaela said, ooh, and did I mention over the weekend I came up with a fun book to go along with the Warriors of Roguestone, a spicy book. Ooh.
Nice.
Nice. And Dan said, I don't know Trey well enough to talk to her that way. Notice he didn't say that about anybody else, just Trey. Carl said, thanks, Joe. And Michaela said, as Dawn would say, another skew. ISBN skewed. And Foxy said, and now to figure out what I'm having for dinner. Bread. No. And Carl said, sorry, Calvin wanted on my lap and didn't quite make it, so I got some claws in the leg. Ow, 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 ow. Oh, I know how that feels, and ow, ow, ow.
So Hobo had the zoomies last night and came charging into the bedroom, jumped. I took a claw partially to the leg as he scared the unholy shit out of me by just all of a sudden appearing from the dark. And he went flying back off the bed, out the door, down through the living room, kitchen, and yeah. Needless to say, every time I heard him start thundering through the house, I brought my legs up to make sure I didn't get clawed again.
Cats are such an interesting. They're awesome. I love cats. What can I say? Let's see. There is the link for Grant, and I do have a funny story about Grant too. If we get done with this early enough, it was quite humorous. And there is the link for Donna, and the link for Joe D. McPhee. And Foxy decided on egg rolls. She had Chinese. And Himoni followed Kelvin in here. It sounds like he's fitting in, and I'm glad. And Thesis said, everyone bug Foxy to make an ad so we can get more traction on her beautiful jewelry. Okay, Foxy, ad time. Time to make an ad.
And if you want, Foxy, send me a bunch of pictures of your jewelry. I can throw something together for you real quick if you want.
Because you did Treylana's, right?
Yep.
Meg's fiber art. Cool.
Yep.
And Foxy said, I'm working on a thesis. Just got to figure out what I want to do.
And I already know who the Facebook user is.
Who is the Facebook user?
That is an old high school friend of mine, Roger Warner. How you doing, Roger?
Hey, Roger. Welcome to the madness. Welcome to Behind the Code.
Oh, no, you're right the first time.
Okay, we're crazy here.
Yeah.
So let me just do this real quick. This weekend, Ted and I were out doing some errands and was talking to this one lady, and she had made the comment. We were kind of just talking, and she goes, homage. And I was like, there's that word again. And she looked at me, middle of conversations, randomly say that. And I was like, okay, here's the story. I know a guy that did it. It's called Memoirs of the Morbid comic book. And it was in his ad where this Crypt Keeper guy kind of was like, that homage. And he's like, I better not find out that word's an insult. And it just snowballed from there into indiecd.org and everything else. It was funny though that the word homage went down that rabbit hole, and it was fun. I'm glad it did, because certain things just stick, and that's one of those things. Homage. Yep. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, you're good. So I've been looking at the stats for the website. And of course, 2022 doesn't really count because that's kind of when it started, late 2022, where we had 87 visitors. Last year we were just shy of 700 visitors. For 2024, we're already at 63 visitors. So we've almost just in the first month got as many visitors as 2022, and we're almost a tenth of the way to the same amount of visitors as last year. So the site's growing. We're getting traction. Normally when I first come onto the dashboard here, it shows me the day, the last, I think, 7 days worth, which we haven't had much. This wasn't bad. We had 2 visitors, 13 page views, which I look at it more as, the more visitors we get, great, but the page views I look at a lot too to kind of judge how it's doing, because that means they're actually coming in and looking at multiple profiles and multiple pages, and so
Yeah, I was going to ask, what's the difference between a view and a visitor?
that's your difference there.
Okay.
Is basically how many views. So like, and it gives me like 7-day highlights for top pages, which of course homepage is going to be the top, and looks like Carl, Dan, and the authors category in general has been the top page views. So yeah, it's growing. It's, we're getting there, and hopefully, the more we get the word out, the more the more people we get visiting it, the more money you guys will make. So,
Because what it comes down to, it's about everybody on the site, not the site itself. It's to
Right.
get you people to see you, and people to hear you, and people to get to know you. And
yeah.
so even if you're on the site, we were talking about liking and sharing this. Well, this program is really good about, if people have questions on it, this is the absolute perfect time to have them tune in.
Yeah. And like, if I was not to make money on the site, I wouldn't be charging just a flat lifetime fee of $40. Or doing something completely insane like around Christmas where I dropped it to $5.
And then use Podcast One.
Exactly. Yeah.
That was insane, Joe.
Yeah. I blame alcohol on that one. Even though I was sober when I decided to do that. But anyway.
Well, do you want me to kind of go through the rest of the...
Yeah, let's go ahead and hit the rest of the comments. We'll wrap up the show here a little early. That way we can all get to Grant's show and, fill up his chat.
And Fogg said, woo, traction! Yes, that's what we need, is the traction that gets you views, that gets your friends views, that gives your friends of friends of friends views. And Dan said, drought, arthritis is kicking in heavy tonight. Time to open another packet of Salon Paws. I won't show you mine again. And because I said, wow, the last time I edited Trust was 2020. Oh my God, I didn't realize it had been that long.
Oh, wow.
3 years. That's awesome, though, because I know that it's about the time. Was it before or after that? It had to have been 2021 when I ended up buying all 3 that you had out at the time in one shot. And Thesis said, I've got a section of Clipchamp ready for whatever you decide you want to do, love.
There you go.
And I'm assuming he's talking to Foxy and not you, Joe.
Oh.
You're heartbroken.
A little bit.
And Carl said to continue some of the combo. Some of us are going over to Grant's show, and there is the link for that.
Yep.
And Donna said, woohoo, congrats, Joe. Yes, we are very thankful for what you do for us and the community. So,
well, with that, because we got about 11 minutes until Grant's show, let's go ahead and play the outro here, and we will see you over on the Grant Lankard YouTube channel to, make his chat look like Nick's before his show starts.
good night, everybody.
See y'all later.